Now, if you are a smallholder farmer, you can now adopt innovative financing models to purchase otherwise expensive farm inputs such as tractors. Haifa International Senior Vice President for Africa, Adusei Fedi, says smallholder farmers using innovative financing models such as paying for equipment as they use it is attracting the youth into farming and increasing incomes without the worry of saving now and buying later.
The main impact of this report and how it will benefit smallholder farmers is the fact that smallholder farmers already know that they would love to have mechanization. But mechanization was not affordable, nor was it accessible to them. I think that the interesting thing about this project is the ability to have the tractors available in the communities where the farmers are, so that the farmers are guaranteed that when they actually ask for the tractor services, they would actually receive the tractor services. I think the overall impacts are things that our farmers already know. The farmers understand how much time they are spending and how much money they are also spending to invest in labor to get them ready for agriculture. The farmers also know that the time it takes them to prepare their land before the rain starts is not enough for them to actually cover all of the land that they own. Most of the time, they can only cultivate half of their plots before the rain starts, and sometimes even less. With tractorization, what could have taken them weeks to complete, the farmers get completed in days, and they can actually cultivate more land and therefore grow more food. The other most important thing is that farmers will begin to learn from this experience is that as they use mechanization that allows them to be able to have more efficient planting, the yield for every hectare will increase by 5-fold. I think that agriculture is a sector that every government in the continent is willing to support. Mechanization or agriculture or youth integration into agriculture for that matter is a desire that the continent has continent-wide. A number of years ago, all the agricultural ministers across Africa met to agree that the youth agenda, integrating it into agriculture, will be a major focus for the continent. That tells you that this is already an agenda. What is now missing are the right strategic partnerships for government to work hand in hand with to be able to execute. I think that it's not about adoption rates, it's about availability. We have the lowest tractor penetration, and on a scale of 1 to 10, we are on the minus when it comes to what we're thinking about the scale. If our average is 15 and that for the rest of the world is 200, then it is not an adoption rate that is the challenge. It's an availability rate. It's a service ecosystem readiness that we're talking about. Our last mile does not have the supporting infrastructure to make it economically viable for tractor owners to provide services to smallholder farmers, period. And if we don't fix the problem as a whole, not just as a part, we cannot address it. Business must drive the incentive for continuity of any solution we create for smallholder farmers. I always say that it's not that the poor are looking for charity. They are looking for services that are designed to meet their needs at a price point that they can afford to pay. And once we can make this all work out, then we have a thriving and a sustainable ecosystem. So the challenge is not, are farmers willing to adopt mechanization? The issue is that mechanization is not economically viable for service providers. But through this business model, we have had a chance to take a closer, laser-focused look at the different aspects of the challenges that have stopped farmers from accessing service they need, and service providers providing services from which they can also earn income. And I think that that's what this model is doing, and we hope that that's the story that we can tell from the report that we have put together.